Alright, so here's an update on the Bug, the Volkswagen, the Manx, the off-roader. So I actually have been working on the Buggy here every now and then. Nothing major, mostly Bondo work, a lot of repetition, a lot of sanding, a lot of really mundane work that's not really enjoyable to record, and I'm assuming it's not really enjoyable to watch. Give you an example here. This used to have a lot of holes here for the turn signal, for the rear view mirrors, and a bunch of random holes all along the side of the body, which I'm assuming are the buttons for the whatever canopy this thing used to have before. A lot more other holes that I'm going to have to fill. I don't know what these are, maybe for a gauge. I don't know. This thing really has a mysterious past, so who knows what was used on this thing. But what I do know is that I'm going to be adding off-road old school halogen lights because, come on, it's a Manx, it's got to have it. No light bars, well, no light bars for the headlights. So I've been just really filling the holes because they were all hollered out, and I know that whatever lights I'm going to be installing, they're not going to be the exact same size that it was once before, so I don't want them to, you know, vibrate, shake, and come out of alignment, especially when they are my headlights. On this side, same thing. There used to be turn signals here. I'm not going to add those. I'm not going to add the turn signals on the fenders because they are right underneath where the front tires are, and since I'm going to be using this to off-road and street and drive on street, I don't want the tires to rub up against the turn signals, inevitably or possibly you know, doing some damage to either the tire or the turn signal. So I'm actually going to be adding some LED turn signals up here in front. I've seen them on other buggies and they look really sick. I don't know the name for them, but I am going to be cutting out the body right here. And plus I kind of like the minimalistic look. I like the simple look of not having anything. That's why I took off all the buttons that were here once before, because honestly I'm not going to be using a canopy. At least I don't think I am, so I decided to scrap that. And if you're wondering, this pizza box isn't here because I'm a messy person. It's because I'm actually using the cardboard to mock up a rear trunk. So since this thing doesn't really have a glove box, a trunk, and really anywhere to store anything apart from the center console, if I decide to, you know, make a basket or something for my phone, keys, whatever, I decided to make a rear trunk. It's gonna be a really tiny one. So here's what I'm talking about. This cardboard, I cut the sides to meet up with the surface area of the body. So I'm going to be, this is just a template obviously, but I'm going to be making it out of wood and then covering that wood with fiberglass. I'm going to make it fit exactly the width of the back here. Probably going to take about 5 inches, roughly like that. Just enough where I could put, you know, paperwork, ratchet straps, you know, random things that I would possibly need to fix this buggy in the event that it will break down. So that's how it's going to look. Obviously it's going to sacrifice some space back here for the seats, but you know, this buggy isn't really meant for comfort in the rear, so I'm not really worried about it. And plus I actually do need this space to put the registration information, insurance information, and just, you know, like I said, regular stuff that I would need if this thing breaks down. And really other than that, it's just been sanding, taking off paint, fixing these holes. The next thing I'm going to do is reinforce this back seat here because it's super flimsy, and I want strength there, so I'm going to flip this whole thing over and then add probably like 1/3 of an inch of fiberglass to this to really make it rigid, and another layer of like insulation from the heat of the engine. So yeah, but other than that, guys, I mean, yeah, it's a slow moving process, but it will get there. And if you notice, I don't have as many other projects that I once had. Got rid of the Kawasaki dirt bike, got rid of the 2 go-karts that I had. The mini bike I still have, it's in my neighbor's house. But yeah, I mean, other than that, This thing does take quite a bit of space. Not really in this garage as much as I was once because of school and stuff, but yeah, I mean, this thing is a dream of mine and I will get it done. I really need to get the adapter for my tube bending kit because I do want to make a roll bar or light bar for my truck, like the one that Marty McFly had in Back to the Future. You know, the one with the KC yellow covered lights. Yeah, I want to make that for the Tacoma. Super impractical. I mean, I will be using it when I go pick up metal maybe, but other than that, I really don't need it. But ever since I saw that movie, I want one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully by the next video, I will have other things to do for this thing and other parts. So peace out.